What's up? It's Monday morning, 12:30 a.m. Just finished up my second workout. It was all right, not my best. Just mostly whole foods today. I ran out of protein pretty much. So I'm kind of like having to dig into my just some other stores and things, and so it didn't feel that great on this workout, but did it. Stayed focused, mostly upper body, a lot of ab work, and still working on those shoulders to build that shoulder strength, getting those pull-ups that I want. Today was a long day. Got to play some Dungeons and Dragons, which is something that I love doing, and really appreciate my DM for putting together a good, quick kind of adventure for us. Knowing that, me and another party member didn't have a lot of time today, and we had one person that was out, so just good on him. Thank you, Dennis, for putting that on, putting that together, and giving us a good adventure today, and just it's appreciated. Was running late this morning. I tried to get a little extra sleep, and forgot to time walking the dog in there, but still managed to get there, and we got started and got moving pretty good. So I wasn't even the last person to get there, which was fine, which was good. Came home, immediately had to change clothes and go to work. So did a quick about 4 hours of work and came back. Spent a little time with my kid, just hanging out, talking about Zelda, playing Zelda with her, and the other one was just being a teenager, kind of bored in another room. Ate dinner with them. That was nice. A high protein oatmeal with a whole lot of peanut butter, because I needed to get my fats in, and I had to find a quick and kind of convenient way to do that. And it wasn't the most tasty or pleasant meal that I've had, but it hit the macros the way I needed, and it stayed in that clean, healthy category. Probably not going to do that again, though. There's nothing appealing about it at all. So I've got to find a better way. Managed to do some tasks that I've been putting off. We have a trip coming up, and I got our tickets for that. Just got to make sure that we have everything we need together for where we're going to stay, and just to make sure that it's vibing with everybody correctly, so that it's just a pleasant experience. Got my reading in. That I really enjoyed today. It was about today I actually went through the two additional excuses. So one was not being smart enough, and the other being either too old or too young. So the not enough brainsitis, and not enough the age-itis. And the interesting thing, and it makes sense, it's not the person with the biggest IQ that's necessarily successful. It's not the person that makes the best grades in school or gets the most education college-wise that's necessarily successful. There's plenty of high school dropouts that are successful, and there are things that they do that are necessary to look at. It doesn't mean that college is a bad thing. It's just it doesn't always teach you how to think. And it's not to say that people with college degrees can't be successful. They certainly can, and they do become successful. However, it doesn't mean that it's the only way. So it's that was pretty much the premise. Is don't, just because you're lacking in education, just because maybe you don't think you're as smart as the next guy, you got to take those kind of thoughts out of your mind, and instead think, what can you do, and how can you utilize that to, do what you can. The other one is being too old and too young, and this is something I've already talked about. It's kind of like my scenario, or my thoughts on, dying, giving yourself a day of death. And the way he put it is, how long is someone's productive years? And he says, if somebody starts being productive at the age of about 20, which is about right, and then they can continue to be productive at least until about 70, that's 50 years. So if you're 40, 45, like, I'm about to, I got about half a year before, a little bit more than that. Got about 9 more months, so I'm 45. So, but that's 25 years out of 50. So I'm not even 50% of the way through, potential productive years. That's a pretty good amount of time. I got another whole 25 years. And, when I looked at it, I said 106. So that gives me another extra, 36 years on top of that. So I have lots of time to accomplish a lot of things, and I'm going to. The other one was too young, and that's something that I really fell into, because one of the things that I'd like to do is I do want to write books. And one of the thoughts that I had was that, I was looking at people like Hemingway and Faulkner and Vonnegut, people, Tolkien, C.S. Lewis. These are people who I really admire and look up to as authors. And even Robert Jordan was another one. And I didn't think about Jordan. Jordan is actually a really good example, is that he, started writing a lot younger than when I discovered his work. And I didn't think about that. So, I attributed, these guys made these great books because of all this experience they had before they started writing, which isn't the truth. They gained experience as they were writing. So, and they wrote while they were gaining experience. So you're not too young. And another thing that he points out in the book is, like, if you get appointed to a managerial position, and you're gonna be over people that are older than you, and that's just part of the game. But if you are looked at as somebody who is capable of performing in that position, then you're old enough. Simple as that. It's, if you can accomplish the goals of that position, then you are old enough to be in that position. And he said that doesn't mean be disrespectful to the people that are older than you. He said that doesn't mean don't seek advice from them too, and look to them to also learn from their expertise, because they've been around for a while. He just said don't let that be a determination of where you stop. So if sometimes you miss out on an opportunity, and the next time it comes around, you're not up for it anymore. So yeah, those were the two big takeaways from that. Again, The Magic of Thinking Big. I highly recommend this one. So far, I am about 50 pages in, and it's quite good. I think I'm 50, yeah, about 50 pages. So yeah, but that was the day. It was a decent day. It's just, I was tired, still tired. I'm about to jump in the shower after this workout, and I got a little bit more water to drink, but I wanted to make this video now because this kind of thoughts were fresh on my mind, and I know I'm not gonna miss getting that little bit of water in, and I've got one last thing that I've got to hit for my diet, which is my reds, my greens, and my magnesium, and I also wanted to talk about that. So that's something that I do every night. It is kind of my final nightly routine. It's been that way for months, I think since April. And like the magnesium, something I added in after. I started with the greens, and just the taste was a little bit bland for me, so I got the reds because they were a little bit sweeter. And those two together are wonderful. That's really, really good. I started getting cramps at night when I started really working out hard. And so I know from past experience that magnesium is good for that. So bam, got the magnesium, add that into the reds and greens, and it's got a little bit, kind of a berry flavor with it. So it just, it bumps up that berry flavor and really makes for a little, just a nice pre-bed kind of, drink to have. And, it's at the same time, it's going in and it's making your gut feel good. You're getting a lot of the micronutrients that you need from it, as well as, a lot of the things you would get from the fruits and vegetables that, without eating just a ton of fruits and vegetables per day, you get in these, small scoops. And you're getting them every day, because let's just face it, we're not eating all the fruits and vegetables that we need to every day, and we're not getting a large variety of them. But this allows me to get that variety, and allows me to kind of bump ahead, and stay healthy and feeling good, so that I can wake up even with a little bit of sleep and get after it the next day. What else? That's kind of it. So that's all I've got left. Like I said, it's just that little bit of water and my reds and greens and magnesium, and then I'm done for the day. So that would be day 50. So that today is my 2/3 of the way done. And honestly, I'm tired today. I haven't had a break for a good while, and I don't mean from 75 hard. I just mean just a break to where all I was doing was the 75 hard tasks. I've been working almost every single day. Yesterday was the only day, technically, that I didn't have to, or was it Friday? Friday actually was the only day I didn't have to work. So yesterday I actually had to wake up, and I went and helped out with something for just an hour. So it wasn't much, but still, it's about 2 hours, because I have to get there and go back. But yeah, that's just how it is. Tomorrow I'm back on shift, 11 hours, and it's just what I have to do. I'm kind of nervous, but also a little bit excited about this trip. I've got a 7-hour drive ahead of me. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna have to get up when we leave. And I'm having to work. I work all week, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to, pack and have everything ready to go for Saturday morning, so that I can get my workout in before we leave, if that's possible, and then just throw my bag in the car and get on down the road. Fortunately, that first day is just a travel day. There's nothing major going on. I'm not going anywhere, not really doing anything major. So the actual first day of actually doing stuff will be the next day. So, and the big thing there is finding out when I have to be, where we're going, because that's going to determine when that first workout is. And I know it's going to be we're going to be walking a lot during those days. So, it's going to be a lot, but it's going to have to get done, and I'm going to get it done. That is, it is what the program's all about, is executing no matter what, executing on your tasks, getting things done, regardless of what gets put in your way. So that's it, guys. Day 50 in the books, and I just want to say I appreciate anybody that's watching these. If there's anything that I can do, again, if you're thinking about doing 75 hard, if you're just thinking about getting into, getting yourself back in shape, or getting on a diet, doing something, developing better habits, whatever it is, if you feel like you need some help, reach out to me. I've been doing this now for a little over 9 months, and I'm not perfect, but I can definitely help. And we can talk and find out if what I offer will work for you. Maybe if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. So check me out on Instagram. It's at ChrisAMACBJJ. .com, just at Chris AMACBJJ. And I'll put that in the description. I'll also put my link to First Form for the products. So if you're interested in checking out the OptiGreens, OptiReds, and Magnesium, just follow that link and select those products. Check it out. And there's nothing to lose. If you don't like it, you can consume the entire amount, send it back, and say this is crap, and they'll give you 110% back. So. And it's by far one of the best companies I've ever done business with. Not just for that, but just in everything they do. They are a step above everyone else, or probably more than one step, but definitely they raise the standard for everybody. Anyways, thank you guys again. Don't forget like, subscribe, share, comment, and follow me on Instagram and hit me up if I can help you. Finally, one last thank you, and have a good one. See you on 51.